Begin by settling into constructive rest pose, lying on your back with your knees bent, feet on the floor in line with your sit bones, arms wider than your mat, palms turned up to the ceiling. Back of the neck long. If it helps to have something behind your head, feel free to put a blanket or a pillow there. And then settle yourself down. Let the body begin to relax into gravity. See just how little effort you can expend. Picture your bones settling down towards the floor, the muscles softening. Not much effort required to lie here. Feel your feet. Notice if the feet are evenly balanced. And bring them to the best easeful balance of inner and outer, front and back foot. And let your tailbone settle down. Imagine your back pocket spreading wide. Relax the muscles of the belly and the lower back. Feel your neutral lumbar curve. Relax the muscles up the back, feeling each of the vertebrae being pulled down into gravity. Some of them will touch the mat, some won't, but let them all sink towards the floor. Feel your shoulder blades, let them be broad and flat. Relax all the way out to the fingertips. Soften in the notch of the neck. Relax the throat. Soften around the jaw. And feel the little neutral curve behind the neck, neutral cervical curve. Relax up into the temples and forehead. Feel yourself settling even more. And then keeping the upper body relaxed and easeful, bring your attention down to the muscles of the inner core. Inhale, prepare for pelvic floor engagement, picturing the diamond of the pelvic floor formed by the tailbone to each of the two sit bones and the pubic bone. Inhale, picture that diamond. Exhale, gather it into the center. Gently squeeze the sphincters, lift the perineum towards the crown of the head. And then relax that. And picture your transversus belt coming around, supporting the whole lumbar and the back of the sacrum. And as you exhale, imagine a belt snugging around deep inside you, coming all the way around, front and back, gathering beneath the belly button. And then relax that. Inhale, return to the image of the diamond. We'll put the two together. Exhale, gather the diamond into the center, gently engage the sphincters and lift. Gather then the belt of the transversus around and maintain that inner core engagement. And then relax. I'm going to do that one more time in preparation for the arm lifts. Bring the arms down to the sides a little closer. You can keep the palms facing in towards each other, and that'll help keep your shoulders externally rotated. Inhale, prepare for the inner core. Exhale, gather the pelvic floor, wrap the belt gently around, and then maintain that engagement as you inhale your arms straight up to the ceiling. And exhale, renew the inner core and keep it working to maintain your neutral lower back curve. Inhale, arms float up. And then exhale, the arms come down to the sides and relax into gravity. Let everything soften. And again, inhale, float the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, engage the inner core to stabilize your neutral lower back curve and bring your arms back towards the floor behind you. And inhale, float them back up to the ceiling. Think of the humeral heads going deep into the socket. Exhale, settle the arms down to the sides. And one more time. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, stabilize with the inner core. Reach back. This time, keep the arms back. Inhale, feel your ribs flaring. Exhale, unflare the front ribs. Let the back ribs imprint down to the mat. Your lower back is still in its neutral curve. Inhale, arms float up to the ceiling. And leave them there. Make some small circles with the arms. And then reverse. And then stretch your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Feel your shoulders peel away from the mat. And then slowly settle them back down and drop the humeral heads deep into the sockets. And lift again. Fingertips towards the ceiling. And drop the whole shoulder girdle down. Let the humeral heads settle. One more time. Reach up. And then drop the shoulder girdle and the humeral heads. And pause. Then we'll bring the hands behind the head. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, feel your ribs flaring. Keep your elbows out wide. Maybe a gentle stretch across the front of the armpits. And exhale. Unflare your ribs. Think of your front ribs going all the way down to your back pockets. And then imprint the back ribs down into the mat. And inhale, relax that. Feel the ribs flaring and exhale. Unflare the front ribs and reach them down on the diagonal to the opposite back pocket. Imprint the back ribs and relax with the inhale. Do that one more time and notice you're keeping your neutral lumbar curve. It's not flattening. Exhale. Unflare the front ribs. Reach them on the diagonal and imprint the back ribs. Now find your inner core, your pelvic floor, and your belt of support around the hips. Raise your head. Then we're going to lift the right foot up and lower it back down, keeping the pelvis steady. And then lift the left foot up and lower back down. Keep steadying. Stabilize the pelvis. Right foot up and lower back down. And anchor and take the left foot up and lower back down. One more with each leg. The lower back is in its neutral curve. Pelvis is stabilized. Back ribs imprinting the whole time. And then lower your head down. Relax the arms down to the sides and let everything soften. Inhale, prepare for an inner core engagement. Exhale, find the pelvic floor. Wrap the belt around the hips. Stabilize your neutral pelvis. Engage the ribs down on the diagonal. Imprint the back ribs. Raise the right foot up. Keep it up. Imprint. Lift the left foot up. And then circle your ankles around. Relax the shoulders. Reverse the circles. And then flex the feet back and reach out. Heel, ball, toe, and pull back, toe, ball, heel. Reach out, heel, ball, toe, and come back, toe, ball, heel. One more time. Hold your foot in a flex position, then squeeze the toes and fan them apart. Squeeze and fan. You still need a gentle engagement in the inner core. Make sure your lower back feels supported. Good. One hand on each knee. Flop the knees out and stir your thighs around your hip sockets, keeping nice and relaxed around the hips. It's okay if the pelvis is a little bit wobbly here. Reverse. And bring the knees into the chest. Engage your inner core. Knit and imprint, and then pull your pubic bone into your belly button. Feel your lower back go flat. Keep that sense of your pubic bone pulling into the belly button. And keep your back flat as you flip the arms straight up. Settle your hands directly above the shoulder joint. Imprint the back ribs. We're going to keep the rib cage steady and then draw a circle on the ceiling with your knees, moving only below the waist. Draw a circle one way, come back into the center, and then reverse. Keep the back ribs down. Circle around, keep your shoulders relaxed, your arms should be still, and circle the other way. And come back into the tuck and reverse. And we'll go one more each direction. Keep the shoulders dropped. Circle. Back ribs imprinting and reverse one last time. Into the center. Bring your hands onto your knees and gently pull the thighs into the belly. Now we're going to go to a neutral tabletop position. Bring your knees out away from the chest until you find your neutral spine. Feet as high as the knees. Relax the arms down for pistons. Inner core, ribs knitting and imprinting. Exhale, lower the right foot down and inhale, lift it back up, and then exhale the left foot down. Inhale, lift back up. Keep the back ribs imprinting. Exhale, lower, and inhale up, and exhale, lower. Inhale up. Relax the shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale up. Keep those back ribs down. And inhale back up. One more time. And then bring your hands onto your knees and pull them into the chest again. As you pull your knees in, be aware of the back of the neck lengthening. Rock a little bit from side to side. And return to the center. Again, move the knees away from the chest until your neutral spine is in place. Lift your feet as high as your knees. Bring your arms down to the sides, preparing for the 100. Inhale. Exhale, engage the inner core, knit and imprint the ribs. Press the palms so you feel your back arms activating. Lift your chin up into your chest. Extend the legs if you like. Neutral spine, please. Exhale for 5 pulses. And inhale for 5. Exhale. And inhale. Straight arms. Drop the shoulders. Exhale for 5. And inhale for 5. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. So if your neck gets tired, put the head down on the blanket and gently press it down. Exhale for 5. Inhale. The back gets tired, please bend the knees. One more set. Exhale. Inhale. And then bring the knees into the chest. Put your head down. Slowly turn your head from one side to the other. And then we're going to bring both knees over to the left side, stretching the right arm out comfortably. And if your neck likes it, you can turn and look out to your right side. Relax the right shoulder down and breathe slowly into the twist. And bring both knees back into the center. Drop them over to the right side. Turn the face to the left. Stretch the left arm out where it's comfortable and breathe slowly into your left side. And then return to the back again. Come into your neutral tabletop. Re-engage your inner core and imprint. Lower one foot down, keep imprinting. And then the other foot down. Relax in neutral. Bring the right knee into the breastbone. Straighten the left leg out onto the mat. And then extend your legs straight up. We have the tailbone down. We're in neutral. Engage around your neutral. Draw your ribs down to the opposite back pockets. Relax the arms. Circle the right leg 5 times. Circling the leg, keep the pelvis still. Reach your tailbone down, reach your ankle up, and reverse the circles. Keep both sets of back ribs imprinting. The left hip down. And then bring the right knee into the chest. And drop it out to the right armpit for a moment. Feel the inner right thigh stretching. back into the center, foot down to the floor, bend the left knee, and bring the left knee into the chest. Extend the right leg out, tailbone down on the mat. Keep it down as you stretch up with the left leg. Set your inner core, set your obliques, knitting and imprinting. Relax the arms and circle 5 times each way. Please feel free to have the fingers on the hips and or the ribs to notice if they're staying still. 5 circles one way, reset and circle the other. And then bend the left knee and pull towards the left armpit to stretch the left inner thigh. And back into the center, bring the right knee back into join. Relax the feet, lengthen the back of the neck. And lower one foot at a time down. Bring the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. Open the elbows out wide. Inhale, prepare for an inner core engagement. Exhale, find the pelvic floor. Find your belt. Wrap the ribs, imprint them, and then tilt the pelvis. Your whole spine is flat. Straighten one leg out. Keep the spine flat. Straighten the other leg out. Scoop the belly in. Pull your elbows close together. Then lift part way up, keeping the back flat. Roll your legs into parallel. Scoop your belly into your spine and flatten the lower spine down. Imprint the back ribs. Maintain there. And then lower down. As you lower down, let the elbows open out. The legs relax. Take a full breath. And then engage the inner core. Knit and imprint the ribs. Tilt the pelvis, roll the thighs in, pull the elbows in close. Scoop the belly flat back and lift. Pull the elbows together. You can gently pull on the head. Give yourself a gentle stretch for the neck. And roll back down and release. Let everything open and relax. And one more time. Inner core first, then the obliques knit and imprint, then the pelvis tilts. And you lift. Scoop the belly, pull the elbows in, roll the thighs into parallel. And roll back down and release. Let everything relax. Feel the back of the body staying on the mat. Walk the feet a little left. Let the upper body swing a little bit to the left. Hold your right wrist and put your right ankle over your left. Reach your right hip and your right back ribs down to the floor. Take a deep breath into the right side. Good. Keep reaching down with the right ribs and the right hip. Belly button, breastbone pointing straight up to the ceiling. And then come back into the center. And walk the feet a little to the right. The upper body reaches to the right. Hold the left wrist. Take the left ankle over the right. Reach down through your left hip and your left back ribs and breathe into the stretch of the left side. And then back into the center. Relax. Float the arms straight up. Keep your arms right there. Bend the knees. Return to a neutral lower back curve. Lengthen and relax the back of the neck. We're going to prepare to go into the abdominal series. If the neck gets tired, place your head down in a blanket. Press it down and then re-lift as you're ready. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Engage the inner core first. Knit and imprint. Lift one foot up. Keep imprinting and lift the other foot up. Knit the ribs and lift the head. Chin in towards the chest. Bring both hands to one leg. Straighten the other leg out. Go into the single leg stretch. Elbows lifted high and wide. Try to really straighten that leg. It's going at about 45-degree angle. Lower back is stabilized. You're keeping your neutral lower back the whole time. Chin in towards the chest, eyes going onto the thighs, guiding the knee into a straight line so that as you bend the knee, you're hiding your foot behind it. Then go to the double leg, one hand on each knee, maintain your neutral. Imprint the back ribs really firmly as you stretch out away from the center. And inhale, come back in. Keep the chin into the chest. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, come back around. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, back in. Last time. Hug the knees, let your head go down, relax the neck. Slowly turn from side to side. Your lower back can be flattened right now. And then return into the center. Reestablish your neutral tabletop, neutral spine. Engage the inner core, knit and imprint. Lift the head, single straight leg. One leg straight up, one leg straight down. And switch. Keep the legs straight as you can. Actually give them a little pull. Not a bounce, but a gentle pull. Keep lifting the elbows. Chin into the chest, dropping the shoulders. And then both legs up, support the head. Re-engage the inner core. Really notice your back ribs imprinting. Keep your neutral spine as you lower the legs. And maintain it as you lift back up. Don't let it arch as you go down. Keep imprinting, that will help. And come back up. Make sure you're not flattening the spine. Keep your spine neutral. Tailbone on the mat the whole time. Keep it small. If it's really hard to keep neutral, just bend the knees and straighten the legs. Practice with that. And lower your head, give the knees a hug, relax the neck again. And then prepare for the crisscross, return to your neutral tabletop. Once again, bring the hands behind the head. Engage the inner core first. Knit and imprint the back ribs. Lift the head. And stabilize the pelvis as you bicycle the legs. Twist the whole shoulder girdle in one piece. You really lift and move your breastbone from side to side. Keep your elbows nice and wide. Aim the armpit rather than the elbow. And keep yourself perfectly balanced in the middle of the sacrum. And then bring the knees in. Relax the neck. Feet come to the floor, arms relaxed. Engage your inner core. Knit and imprint the ribs and then tilt the pelvis. Feel your lower back flattening, imprint the back ribs and then roll up into a pelvic lift. If you have something behind your head, sorry, take that out please. Lengthen the back of the neck and roll down. Imprint the back ribs. Roll through the lower spine. Release and relax. And now we'll do a hinging pelvic lift. Engage around your neutral spine. You do still imprint, but don't flatten the back and lift up. Lengthen across the front of the thighs. Keep the ribs knitting to the opposite back pocket and move down in the hip crease. Keep your neutral spine the whole time. We'll do one more of each. Inner core first, knit and imprint, tilt the pelvis. So this is your rolling. You're going to flatten the back, imprint the ribs, and lift one vertebra at a time, lengthening the back of the neck, the front of the thighs, and come down. Imprint the back ribs, roll down, keep imprinting, keep imprinting, keep imprinting. When the tailbone hits the mat, then relax. And then stabilize in your neutral and lift the neutral spine up. And then drop down in the hip crease to lower down. Relax into neutral. Give the knees a hug. And then let's turn to the stomach. Take your arms straight out in front of you. Engage the inner core. Knit the ribs together. Press your palms down. Lift your chest and head. Draw the shoulders down the back. And lift your arms and legs up off of the floor and flutter kick. This is called swimming. If it's too hard to keep the arms up, put your hands under the forehead. Steady in the pelvis. And lower down. Go to a child's pose. And then we're going to turn onto the left side. Lie out on the left side, legs straight, feet slightly forward of the hips. Top hand on the top waist, fingertips on the mat in front of you. Engage the inner core, take an organ lift, lift both legs up, and then take the top leg up and down 5 times. And then the bottom leg down and up 5 times. And squeeze and maintain. And lower both feet down. Keep your thighs where they are. Bend at the knees so your feet are behind you. Engage your inner core to stabilize the pelvis. Take your organ lift. And then we're going to do 10 times lifting and lowering the top knee. Keeping the pelvis steady. If you need to have the knees a little forward, go ahead and do that. You shouldn't feel pain in the knees. And then relax. And we'll turn to the other side. Stretch out long. Feet slightly forward of the hips. Top hand on the top waist, or fingertips on the mat. Engage the inner core. Take an organ lift. Lift both legs up, and then from there, top leg up and down 5 times. And bottom leg down and up 5 times. And then lift and maintain, squeeze the inner thighs. And rest them back down. Keep the thighs where they are, bend at the knees. Stabilize the pelvis with the inner core. Take your organ lift, steady the rib cage, and 10 times externally rotate the top leg in the socket. Hip extension and external rotation. When you're done, we're going to lie on the back again. Returning to constructive rest pose for a moment. Re-engage the inner core, the knit and the imprint of the ribs, and lift your right foot up. Bring the right ankle to the left knee. Lift the left foot. Weave your right hand between your legs. Hold the back of the thigh. The left thigh, reach your tailbone down and straighten the left leg up to the ceiling. And then bend the knee. Drop both shoulders down, no tension in neck and shoulders. And lift up again, stretch. And bend, keep the tailbone down, neutral spine, straighten up. And bend. Now we'll stay here and stretch the right hip, relax the breath. If you like to flatten the back, you can. Just make sure that the neck and shoulders are easy. You may like something behind your head. Slow breath. Feel the right hip stretching. Relax the left foot. Drop the shoulders. Relax the face. Check that the neck is long. Stay even at the back of the pelvis. Careful not to rock over to your right side. And lower your left foot and the right. Reset the inner core, the knit and imprint. Keep steady in the pelvis as you lift your left foot up and cross your left ankle to your right knee. Lift the right leg, support it, left hand is woven between the legs, get your tailbone down on the floor, and inhale, stretch the right leg up, and exhale, bend. And reach up, and bend. One more time, stretch up, and bend, and then relax the breath. Check that you're even in the back of the sacrum, the shoulders are dropped, back of the neck is long. Find the best stretch for your left hip. And then release the right foot to the floor and then the left. Settle for a moment in constructive rest. I'm going to do a one roll up to come up out of this position. If you can't do a roll up, just roll to your side and sit up. Straighten the legs. Inhale and float the arms up. Reach back, flattening your spine, imprinting the back ribs, scooping the belly in, and roll up to a seated position. Trying to keep the feet down, the shoulders relaxed. You can take your hands on the back thighs if you like. And everybody just lean forward and stretch the hamstrings for a moment. Relax the shoulders. And then sit up. Bend the knees and drop the forehead down towards the knees. Gentle stretch, keep the shoulders relaxed. And then lift your chest. And that's where we're going to end tonight. All right, thank you. See you Saturday or tomorrow morning for yoga. Get well. Bye everybody. Good night.